fashion guide. I am G Joy. In today's video, we are going to be learning the different darts you can add to a half bodice pattern, the front bodice pattern, the half scale bodice, that is from the shoulder to the waist, the different darts that you can add to the basic block. So I'll be using this board as our illustration. Here we have the basic block of a half front bodice pattern. So this is a half block of a front bodice pattern. We have the shoulder, the neckline, then we have the shoulder measurement here. You can see from here to here is a shoulder divided by 2. And then we already have our armhole length. Then this is the bust line and this is the waist line. So the first dart we want to look at is the waist dart. To add the waist dart, you will need the bust span measurement, which is the nipple to nipple measurement, half of it. So for this example, the bust span measurement is 3.5. Okay, so on the bust line, on this bust line, you will impute the 3.5 like this, and also mark it on the waistline. And then you use a long ruler to connect both lines together. Like this. So to add the waist dart, you take ½ inch on both sides. So to add the waist dart, you take ½ inch on both sides, and then on this bust line you come down by 1 inch, and then you connect like a triangular form to meet the waist. So that is all. This is the waist dart. The second dart you are going to be looking at is the bust dart. To impute the bust dart, this bust point, you go away from it with 1 inch. You mark 1 inch away from the bust point, and then on this bust line you come down by 2 inches, and then you connect this to this point using a ruler like this. So that is all for the bust dart. So this is bust dart. The third dart you are going to be looking at is the chest dart. We usually use this for off shoulder or a bustier or a dress with yoke. From the shoulder line, we come down with the length of the yoke, which can be 7 or 8, or the length of the off shoulder. If you have the off shoulder, if it's 5 or if it is 6 or if it's 7, whatever. So this becomes the if it's an off shoulder, so this becomes the off shoulder neckline. Okay, I'm calling it chest dart because it will be around the chest area. And then this 3.5 that we place here, we will extend it upwards like this. We put the 3.5 again, and then we connect this line to meet the bust like this. So what you want to do for a chest dart is to take a dart here So this depends on the wideness of the bigness or roundness of your bust. So for some it can be ½ inch on both sides or 1 inch on both sides. So let's just do ½ inch on both sides, ½ inch like this. And then when you are connecting it, you will stop 1 inch before the bust point, and then you can use your ruler or your French curve to connect that, like a triangle, like an inverted triangle, like this. So this is what I call the chest dart. So I don't know what you are going to call it, or neckline dart. Probably call it a neckline dart, neckline or chest dart. The fourth dart we want to look at is the shoulder dart. So depends on what you are making. You may need to take your dart from the shoulder. So to take the shoulder dart, you check the width of the shoulder and take the midpoint. So we have 4 here. So the middle of 4 is 2. And then you simply connect with a straight line to meet this line here. So if, for example, this one was not here, assuming this was not here, then you can connect straight to this bust area like this. Okay, and then on this chest line, this is the chest line. Then on this chest line, you now need to take a dart here and here, okay, that you will now connect to this point. So this is shoulder dart. Because coming from the shoulder, you can decide to take ½ inch on both sides and connect, probably stop around the chest area like this. So this depends on what you are making. So it depends on what you are making. That is the shoulder dart, and then the chest dart will now be here. The final dart we'll be looking at is the princess dart. The princess dart usually comes from the midpoint of the armhole depth. Okay, these are our armhole depth is 7, and this is the midpoint. So this is where the princess dart usually comes from. You connect this towards the bust area. To draw the princess dart, you need to make use of your French curve. Okay, so I'm just going to use this. I don't want to erase anything. Just place it like this. Okay, I'm going to draw it towards this line. Let me use another color of marker. So this is a princess dart for a basic front half bodice pattern. Okay, after taking it, marking it from here, connecting to 1 inch above the bust, then you can take ½ inch on both sides like this, and also connect towards the chest line. you blend it in as one. You blend it in. So this is a process that we usually use this to tighten. That's for, mostly for a sleeveless gown, to tighten it. Okay, but if it is a bustier blouse, you may need to, after marking this here, you may need to come down by 1 inch before you connect the curve. Okay, and when you do that, you will now, from here to here 1 inch, when you do that, you will now come out by the same 1 inch and now reconnect the armhole. Okay, so those are the different ways you can add that. So we have come to the end of this dart class. I hope you find these tutorials helpful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think by leaving comments below for me. Until next time, I'll see you again. I remain Gijo.